Welcome back to an episode of Math with Marcus. This problem comes from Course 1 of the 6th grade book, comparing numerical expressions, problem number 58 from Chapter 1. So it gives you two piles of pennies, so diagrams. So instead of drawing out all the pennies, really smart to just represent a pile of pennies as a square or a rectangle in these cases, instead of drawing out each individual penny. So, why draw each penny when you can just draw a rectangle and say that there's 12 in each one, or 6, or 5. So I loved how they did that there. So much saved so much time. So which pile has more pennies? Explain. So I started by taking their how they represented it with pictures, and I turned it into numbers. So I saw that there were 6 piles of 12. Let's get my red pen. 6 piles of 12. So 6 piles of 12, that's multiplication there. 6 times 12, plus a 6 plus a 3. And I said, well, instead of doing 6 times 12, I could do it 6 times 10, and then 6 times 2. So that's 6 12 times. And then plus 9. So 60 plus 12 plus 9. So that is 72 plus 9, and then 72 plus 9 is 81. So 81 pennies for pile 1. 81 for pile 1. And then for pile 2, I noticed that there were all these groups of 5, and there were kind of like 2 missing groups here. So I counted and I said, well, there's 1. Let me get the blue. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 3 rows almost. So I said 6, 12, 18. That there were 18. I'm glad I counted that. I don't know why 6 is. Let's do 5s. There's all these 5s. So 18 5s minus 2 5s that aren't there. Those aren't there, minus the 2 groups that aren't there. So instead of doing 18 times 5, let's do 10 times 5 and 8 times 5. And then 2 5s make 10. So 10 groups of 5 is 50 pennies, and 8 groups of 5, 40 pennies, minus 10. So we've got 50 plus 40 is 90, and 90 minus 10, 80 pennies. So close, just off by 1. And so now, so I know that pile 1 has more pennies, and my reasoning is right here. When you do the expressions and you simplify it to find your answer, you'll see that 81 is larger than 80. Here for C, this is part B right here. This is part B. This is part B. And now they want you to give a comparison statement using the greater than, less than, or equal to symbol. So I always learned it that the alligator mouth will eat the larger value. In this case, pile 1 is larger, so that is the way that inequality will go. They're almost equal, but they are not. They are unequal. So we use one of these symbols, the greater than or the less than symbol. So we'll say that pile 1 is greater than pile 2. All right, thanks for joining us.